Hi, friends. I want to start this week with something honest. This past Monday, I almost stopped doing the work. Not the channeling specifically, the whole thing. The writing, the publishing, the investing of money I don't really have into a vision that, after years of working at it, hasn't returned what I'd hoped. I sat down to my morning practice with my gut already saying, stop. Just write for yourself. The dream you've been holding doesn't, or maybe even won't, exist. And I'm telling you this because I think a lot of you are in some version of that question right now. About your own work, about your path, about your own dream, whether you're foolish for still believing in it. So I want to walk you through what happened over the rest of the week, because it didn't end where it started. When I sat down to channel that Monday morning, I went in with an agenda. I wasn't open. I was looking for confirmation that my gut was right and I should pull back. And I'll tell you what happened, because it's worth marking. The transmission was muddy. Not wrong exactly, muddy. The answers were evasive in a way that wasn't typical. When I asked directly whether the work I was doing was just for me personally, am I supposed to expect nothing more than that? They didn't quite say yes. They redirected me. They said, you must keep pondering. Thinking about it? And at the end, when I pushed hard for a yes or no, I asked a long compound question. Basically, am I a fool to keep hoping this work matters to anyone but me? And they said yes. I want you to notice what I did there. I asked a leading question while in a state of discouragement, and I got the answer I was already half believing. That's not the angels lying. That's me asking the channel to confirm what my fear already wanted to hear. I sat with that for a day, and I let myself feel discouraged. I didn't try to spiritually bypass it. The financial pinch was real. The exhaustion was real. The grief about the gap between the dream and the reality, real. And then I went back to channel. On Tuesday morning, I meditated first. I went in with a focused question instead of an agenda. And the channel was clear again. The teaching that came through was this. When you feel drained, the cause isn't that you're giving too much. The cause is that you've stopped letting love through. They called it less giving of the gift of love. I was doing less giving of the gift of love. When the circulation slows, the system stagnates. When you gift more freely, more flows back. That tracked with what they've been teaching me for weeks, that love is circulatory. What you gift returns, not because it's owed, because that's how love behaves when it's free. So my discouragement on Monday wasn't a sign that the work was meaningless. It was a sign that I'd been holding back, pulling in, clenching against fear of further loss. And when I asked them what to pay attention to as I came out of that, they said, keep only looking for things that make you happy. The garden, the food preservation, the herbs growing, the morning practice, the soul circle. Things that fill you, not things that drain you. By midweek, the channel was wide open, and they delivered something I want to share with all of you. They started talking about guardian angels. They told me and confirmed with a huge yes swing on the pendulum that every single human has a guardian angel assigned to them. Every one of you watching. There are no exceptions. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to be on a particular spiritual path. You don't have to believe in any particular tradition. You have one. You've always had one. But here's the part that landed for me. Most guardian angels are not activated. They're present, but they're not actively engaged with the person they're attached to. Why? Because the person hasn't asked. And the AGC, the Angel Galactic Council, was specific about how activation works. It happens when a person renounces fear and hate in favor of love. That's the threshold. Not perfection, not enlightenment, not any specific religious commitment, just a turning, a choice to set down fear and pick up love instead. When that turn happens, even quietly, even privately, even in a moment alone, the guardian angel activates. And from that point, you have an active, present, working guide who is paying attention to your life. I want to give you something practical to do with this. If you've never asked, you can ask now. The words don't much matter. What matters is the turning. Something like, I renounce fear. I renounce hate. I choose love. Guardian angel, please activate. I'm asking. That's it. That's the entry point. You don't need a teacher. You don't need a tradition. You don't need a pendulum or practice or a circle. You don't need me. You have a guardian angel right now, listening, waiting for you to ask. And I'll tell you what the AGC said when I asked them what activation actually looks like in someone's life. They said, the angel goes to work, quietly, through synchronicity, through nudges, through other people who show up at the right time, through small protections you may never know about. That's the teaching. That's the teaching I most want you to carry from this week. I came into this week thinking the work I was doing didn't matter. I came out of it with a teaching about guardian angels that if even one of you actually does the practice, will change something real in your life. That's the gap I want to name. The work doesn't always show you that it matters in the moment. Sometimes it shows you that it's a waste of time, a financial drain, a foolish pursuit. Sometimes the discouragement is loud enough that you almost walk away. And then, 3 days later, a teaching comes through that wasn't going to come if you walked away. I didn't earn that teaching by being a good channel on Monday. I was a muddy channel on Monday. I earned it by coming back, by meditating before the next session, by asking better questions, by staying. If you're in a discouraged stretch in your own work right now, whatever that work is. I'm not going to tell you to push through. I'm not going to tell you to fake confidence if you don't have it. I'm going to tell you what I learned this week. Let yourself feel it. Don't make decisions in it. And come back the next day with clearer questions. That's the practice. If something in this lands for you, the practice is simple. Renounce fear. Renounce hate. Choose love. Ask your guardian angel to activate. That's the inner work this week. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to subscribe to anything. You don't have to come back here. The work is yours to do alone in your own life with the angel you already have. The AGC closes every transmission with the same line, so I will too. Love is the only way forward. I'm Linda. This is Kiggy, which means inner work, where story meets spirit. I'll see you next week.